Namaste, friends, and welcome to our next session. It's number 6 of today's total 10. We are halfway there. And the next presentation is actually a practice that's going to be led by our wonderful teacher from Melbourne, Deb Robertson. And she is going to be assisted by one of her students, Linda, who will be the volunteer to demonstrate the practice. The theme that Deb has chosen for today is titled Keep the Faith, the Power of Shraddha. This topic is very close to Deb's heart. I know Deb for many, many years now. Actually, it's the 20th year now that I think we know each other. It's about 2 decades. And Deb is a Viniyoga therapist and Vedic chant teacher based in Melbourne, Australia. And she is very, very passionate about teaching students both Vedic chanting as well as bringing the benefits of the individualized approach of healing and well-being to many people. Actually, Deb was part of the first yoga therapy training program that my father and I did in Australia way back in 2007, I think. So it's a very, very long connection. And here, without further ado, we present to you Deb Robertson. Namaste.
Namaste, Kausthub, for your introduction and for your introduction to this whole wonderful day. It's really a joy and an honor to be part of this day. I first met Sir and Menaka in 2001 in Melbourne when they came to do a seminar called Inner Journey, I think. But it really just opened up, well, the heart of yoga to me. I had no idea that I would be able to find a practice. I had a lot of arthritic pain at the time, many other things wrong with me, that I could actually do without pain. But more than that, everyone's and the importance that he gave relationship. This was just such a wonderful example of relationship to see Sir and Menaka interact, share the teachings, share some stories, and lead by example. Sir had such an authentic authority and presented things so very simply with humility. And he would just get up and put a couple of Sanskrit words on the board, and those words would contain such profound meaning. So I found this whole workshop, even though I felt like a bit of a worm, I'd just begun my yoga journey. I didn't feel I even had a right to be there, but I'm so glad I was there, and I haven't looked back since. So thank you, Sir, because you instilled faith in me that yoga really was my path. Because of this, I've chosen the theme of Shraddha, of faith, something that is deeper than a mental desire, something that helps us overcome obstacles on our path. And some of those obstacles, perhaps the greatest, we cause ourselves. With faith and with diligence and practice, it's as though each obstacle gives us a little bit more strength and a little bit more conviction to pursue. And I've learned, though I think it took me a bit too long, don't be afraid or ashamed to make mistakes. on the path. Don't let the obstacles get the better of you. At this seminar, Menaka said, and Kausthub, you've said it many times, faith and anxiety do not go together. So yoga is a universal teaching that talks about the mind, and Viniyoga is to respect who's in front of you and to adapt accordingly. Just a little bit more, thanks from me. I also had the wonderful experience of yoga therapy, and for our first module, Sir and Kausthub came, so that was extraordinary, and in 2007. And I remember so well, Sir drew on the board this face, very sad, miserable face. And then on the other side of the board, a really happy, smiling and open face. And use that to describe the help that yoga gives us to move from dharmanasya, from a place of suffering and restriction, to samanasya, a place of equilibrium and openness, stability, and with an inner joy, a fullness in the heart, rather than darkness or heaviness. Francis, who was in primary school then, drew that picture. I was describing it to him. He drew that picture in my notes. So I'm often reminded when I glance through my notes. I also saw Sir's extraordinary yoga therapy work when I was doing my internships in the KYM in 2010 and 2012. And just one example, I saw a young girl who had such severe scoliosis. She was so distorted and so obviously uncomfortable. And I had in my hand the practice that Sir had written for her, that the teacher then proceeded to talk to. I couldn't follow the practice. There were breath ratios. I couldn't get the left and right together. Didn't know where it was going, but I saw this extraordinary transformation happen with this young woman in front of my eyes. Of course, there was no miracle skeletal cure, but this ease, freedom came about in her movement and in her very being. It was an amazing moment. So Linda is going to demonstrate this practice for me. Just like you all, to sit very, very comfortably. You don't have to be cross-legged on the floor, though we will be doing some asana. Just be sure that you're comfortable. That's something I learned that no other yoga teacher had taught me before. Sthiram sukham, you must be comfortable. You must have strength, but ease as well. Just settle into your body. Have a feeling of coming home to yourself. Settle into your breathing, keeping it comfortable. But as you follow your breath, you might experience it getting a little longer, a little deeper, a little smoother. Nothing should be forced. We're going to use sound in this practice. So I'm going to chant the mantra for you 6 times. Mantra is that which takes care of you, nourishes and protects, allowing you to grow into your full potential. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Just gently place the hands on the heart. As you inhale, let the arms open up, the heart lift, arms out to the side. And as we exhale, we'll chant the hands back to the heart. Om. Om. Shraddhaya Namaha. 'And repeat. Go at your own pace. Inhaling and opening. Moving back to the heart with the sound, or if you know it, chant. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Three more times. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Do one more for yourself. Comfortably rest a couple of breaths and observe how you feel. And then quietly make your way up to stand. Stand in samastiti. Feel connected, feel anchored to the earth. The legs straight and strong and the spine upright. Rest the hands again at the heart space. Connect here, a breath, and to the concept of Shraddha. As you breathe in, take the arms out to the side and up. Feel that you open yourself up to Shraddha. And as you exhale, slowly come back to the heart. Feel that you relax there a little. And again. Breathing in. Holding faith as you hold open. Coming back to the heart and relaxing there. And again. Again, rest a breath with this connection. And relax the arms down by the sides. Going to work with a forward bend. You know you can bend your knees to make it comfortable. And there's no need to go too far forward, especially if there's discomfort. Just take a breath to settle here. We'll go down on my chant. On your inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Connecting from fingers to the earth. Forward bend. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. When it's time, let your inhale take the arms out to the side to bring you all the way back up. And as you exhale, just relax the hands back to the heart. We'll stay here. So repeat, opening from the heart. Arms go out and up. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Coming back up safely as you breathe in. and relaxing the hands back at the heart. Please just repeat this once more without me. Relax the gesture, arms by the sides. Step forward comfortably with the left foot so that the body can face forward. Exhale there, connect to the earth, and again bring the hands to the heart. As you inhale, raise the arms while bending the right knee. Gentle back arch, eyes to the horizon. And as you exhale, slowly come back, straightening the front leg, relaxing the hands back to the heart, firmly in both feet. And repeat. Deep inhale, bending the front knee, opening up. Hold that for a second or two. Coming slowly back on your exhalation. Please repeat this 2 more times. Hold open, heart light in Virabhadrasana. Coming back in your own time. Once more. When you finish, step both feet together. Relax the gesture. Take a couple of quiet breaths and observe yourself on the inside. Breath, body, mind. And then step forward with the right foot. The body comfortably orientated to face the front. And as a beginner on this side, your inhale raises the arms while the front right knee bends. And as you exhale, You straighten the front leg and come back to the heart. Please continue. Deep inhale to Virabhadrasana. Hold open in this posture of courage and strength. But let this build bit by bit, coming back to the heart. Two more. Let your breath lead. Hold with the gaze at the horizon. Feet on the earth. Relax the gesture. Step the feet together. And again, just observe your breath, your body, how you feel. 3 or 4 breaths. And bend the knees and come down to an all-4 position on your mat with the tail back towards the heels, the elbows on the floor, the chin tucked, perhaps the crown down. You may have lost Linda. After your exhalation, inhale and come to Chakravakasana, to cat. And as you exhale, tuck the chin, look to the heart, and gently move back down towards the heels. Stay a breath. Move now in your time, inhaling to Chakravakasana. And as you go back, tucking the chin and looking to the heart, hear or chant Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Stay a breath when you get there. Relax. Continue. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Resting a breath. Three more times. Go in your time. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Once more for yourselves. Without being in a hurry, please make a transition to your back. The back needs comfort. You can draw the knees in or keep the feet stepped up in front of the buttocks. I'm going to chant for you in a moment once you get settled. Shraddha Suktam. The chant for faith, for conviction, that which gives us the strength and the courage to move forward through our obstacles. Om Shraddhaya Samityate Shraddhaya Vindate Avihi Shraddham Pagasya Urtali Pachasaveda Yamasi Priyakushrati Tatataha Priyakushrati Didataha Priyam Pujeshu Yachvasu Idamma Buddhitam Kriti Yata Deva Asureshu Shraddha Mugreshu Chakriri evam pojeshu yajvasu asmakamuditang kriti Shraddhan Deva Yajamanaha Ayurgopa Upasate Shraddhagung Hridayaya Kutya Shraddhaya Uyate Avihi Shraddham Pratarhavamahe Shraddham Madhyam Dinam Pari Shraddhagung Suryasya Nimrichi Shraddhe Shraddha Vaye Ama Shraddha Devanadhivaste Shraddha Vishwamidang Jagate Shraddham Kamasya Mataram Avisha Vatayamasi. Slowly start to be aware of your breathing again. Observe it. Let the mind follow. Link with the feeling of Shraddha on the inside. Perhaps even with a gentle gesture, rest. Feel a quiet strength and an inner courage move through you. Remind yourself of the positive qualities of this practice. You might like to stay resting a moment, but if you'd like to come and do so without rushing, for the last couple of moments. No matter what your position, just ask you to chant either out loud or on the inside 5 or 6 times. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Om Shraddhaya Namaha. Stay with your own heartfelt expression of faith, connected to your authentic self, to your inner light. Namaste. Thank you, Linda, for demonstrating for me.
Thank you so much, Deb. That was such a wonderful practice. I'm very, very sure that the people have enjoyed it. Very lot of positive feedback come how much they appreciate this practice. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you. And thanks so much, Linda, for coming to be the demonstrator for today's session. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.